What is up, guys? I've been back with another video, and today I am going to show you guys how to change your AC and your serpentine belt. If you're curious as to why you need to change them, let me go ahead and show you what happened to mine. This was my AC belt. It's completely shredded and like missing parts of it. Here, let me put this down and let me show you it for real. So if you can tell, all this is shredded up and just gone, basically. You're supposed to have, I don't know what you call these, but it's supposed to have 4 of them, and it only has 2, so it was all ripping off inside while the car was running, so that's trash. But also, so I don't know if you guys can see that right there, but let me try to focus it. You can barely see on the bottom right down there. It's not gonna focus. There you go. It's cracked. So if you could tell there, some of it's cracked and coming off, just like the AC belt, that one with my serpentine. But that's not good. Right now, I'm actually not even running AC because, like I said, I don't have the belt. So I need AC because here in Texas, it is brutally hot. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. All right, so the first thing you're gonna wanna do is come over here to the top of your car. And let me show you what we're looking for here. All right, so see, let me get my hand in here, this bolt right here. So this bolt here is a 14 millimeter. You're going to want to crack that. Alright guys, so now you want to come under your car, and if you look right over here, that is your tensioning bolt. That is a 12 millimeter. You're going to want to loosen that, and make sure to count the threads if you do not have a tensioning tool with you. But yeah, so count your threads and just loosen that up. Alright, so just like the other belt, I'm going to show you what this one looks like. You can see how it has all these cracks and even pieces missing, but this is a really bad belt, if you can see that right there. That does not look good. So yeah, it is definitely time for me to change this. Alright, so when I got these belts, I just went to AutoZone and picked up whatever they had. I didn't really care about quality or anything really. Some of them they have warranties on. I think, let's see, my AC belt has a 3-year warranty, and then they didn't have the same brand for some reason, but this one's only 3 months for the actual serpentine belt. Like I said, it doesn't really matter to me. It was pretty cheap. Let's see, the serpentine belt was $22, and then the AC belt was $11. So at AutoZone, it's pretty cheap, 36 bucks including tax. So like I said, not bad. But oh, and real quick guys, if you do look at your belts and the AC one seems fine, but the serpentine one looks like you need to change it, I would recommend go ahead and just buying both. Like I said, it's pretty cheap. You're already under the car and you're already loosening up the tensioning bolts, so why not just go ahead and change both? I'm gonna do that, so it's just what I recommend. Alright guys, I'm trying to get the best view I can for you, but see this bolt right down there, please focus, right there. It's going to be your pulley for your AC, and it's going to be the same thing, just a 14 millimeter, just like on the other side. Also, another thing real quick on those pulley bolts, you do not want to take those completely off. Just crack those bolts, make sure it's loose, and yeah, just don't take them off completely. Guys, so now that you've cracked your pulley bolt, which is right there for the AC, you are then going to come down to here, which is the tensioning belt, just like on the serpentine. You're going to take your 12 millimeter and you're just going to count. You want to make sure that you count each thread you take off. 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that should be good. If I need to, I can always go back down there and just loosen it some more. Make sure you count your threads because you do not want this to be too tight or too loose when you put it back on. Alright, and now it is time to put your new, well, I almost said that backwards. I almost put my serpentine belt on first, but I actually got to put the AC on because that is behind the serpentine. So I almost made that mistake. Do not do that. Put your AC belt on first. So let's go ahead and do that now. Alright, so I know it's hard to see, guys, but there is the AC belt. All you have to do is, well, the easiest way that I did it was I put it on the big pulley right here in the back. I know it's really hard to see. Kind of see these two pulleys are together, You put it on the far back one, loop it around, come down here. You can kind of see the tensioning pulley right there. You put the flat side that doesn't have grooves on it on the back side, and then you loop it back around here, and it comes back up all in one loop, just like that. You want to make sure that your pulley is pretty loose. So obviously you can tell that is, let me see if you can see that? That's really loose. We will fix that in a second. I think I might go ahead and put the serpentine belt on first, and then I will tighten everything up. Alright, sorry for not showing this part, but this took me quite a while to get it. You have to get the pulley right there just right to where it loosens up enough to just slide it on top. And again, you're going to go with the groove side on top of here, come around, go back down, swoop under, go above the pulley, and then go under that one and come up. And down there, that's the alternator. So you're going to go around the alternator, back up here, just like that in a loop. Overall, pretty simple. It's a very tight space. I saw some people actually take this cover off for your, I guess, your intake manifold, but you can take this cover off to give you a little bit more hand space, but I didn't really care. I was able to get down in there pretty easy. So now I'm going to show you how to tighten this back up. Basically repeat the same process of loosening it, but you want to make sure that it's going to be a nice tension to it, so it's not too tight and it's not too loose. So you shouldn't be able to twist it like that. It's way too loose. I'm just going to repeat the process of when we were loosening it. Now when you tighten it, you're going to want to start on the tensioning bolt first. So I'm going to go right up here and I'm going to start tightening it. Just finished up tightening the tensioning bolt. So now if you just test it, see it's just barely coming up a little bit, and barely over there too. If it's too loose, it will squeak or squeal. If it's too tight, that's also not going to be good. 14 millimeter, and you're going to tighten up. You're going to tighten up that bolt that you had. From the very beginning. You want to do just a nice tightness, not too tight. Obviously, don't make it too loose. And you're going to come over here to your AC belt and just repeat the process. And tighten this guy up. Alright, so now I'm going to give her a quick start up just to make sure everything is fine. Shit. That did not sound good. What on earth? If you guys can hear that little squeak, that's because it's too tight. You hear that? And I think it's coming from over here. So I'm going to go ahead and loosen that. Turn the car off real quick. You guys can hear that squeak. That is because the tension is way too tight. I think it is on the serpentine side. So I'm going to go ahead and get back under the car. Well, actually, first, if you're having this problem, you need to loosen up that tensioning bolt first on the pulley. And then you can go back. Alright, so you gotta loosen up the pulley bolt first, and then you can get back under the car and loosen up that tensioning bolt, and I guess, or bracket, we want to call it, just a little bit. Hopefully that'll give it, I guess, less tension, and then you should be good to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and try that now, and hopefully this works. Alright, so I just loosened it, make sure everything is back tight, and hopefully this works. Please work. Still got that squeaking. Wait. I think that's it. No more squeaky noise. Let's see if my AC works. This is the most important part right here. AC. My AC works! Finally! Nice and cold. Wow, okay, so that, let me turn this down. So squeaky noise is gone, AC works, everything seems to be good now. That took a little bit longer than I was hoping. I was just having problems getting the right tension on both sides. I went ahead and when I first heard that squeak noise when I turned the car on, I loosened up the AC side, and then I loosened a little bit on the serpentine. Come to find out, I guess the serpentine was a lot tighter than it should have been. So, in conclusion guys, make sure that you count your threads, otherwise you're going to end up in the situation I did, because I actually kind of didn't. So, don't do that. It'll take you much longer like it is for me. You don't want squeak noise because that means that your belts are way too tight. If it's too loose, your belt could just slip off the threads, and that will not be good, because if it is your power steering or your alternator or anything like that, you know, you won't have any power steering. So you do not want that on the middle of the highway. So yeah, just make sure you guys got everything tightened up. Alright, well, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. You gotta stay updated with my videos. I upload every week almost, sometimes even twice a week. So I am uploading all the time. Gotta make sure you subscribe to my channel. Follow my Instagram, my Snapchat, my Twitter. All of that is in the description below. I appreciate every single like, every single comment, and of course, every single subscription. So please go ahead and do that, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.